What's cracking YouTube? This is a oil change for a 2021 WRX. Here's everything that you're gonna need. You're gonna need obviously your new engine oil. This is what I'm rocking, the Motul 8100 X Clean EFE. Most important thing is that it's 5W30. Next thing that you're gonna need is a funnel. That way you can pour in your new engine oil. Next, I've got a new filter. This is the OEM Subaru filter. I chose to go with OEM. I know there's other alternatives out there, but just wanted to keep it OEM for this time. Next thing you're going to need is a 17mm ratchet. The drain plug on the WRX is 17mm. This is just cheapo Chinesium Harbor Freight. Nothing crazy. Lastly, you're going to need a drain pan. This is the one that I have. They come in all shapes and sizes. As long as you can drain and properly dispose of the old oil, you are good to go. And lastly, I've got this Fumoto quick drain valve. This is now let's get to it. All right, so I got the WRX up on my Rhino ramps. To change the oil, you can use Rhino ramps, you can use jacks and the jack stands, or you can use a lift. I will say, if you're using Rhino ramps, make sure to chalk these back wheels. A brick, a 2x4, anything will do. And one thing I would say, as always, before getting under the car with these Rhino ramps, do a push test. Make sure the car is not going anywhere. It's not even wiggling at this point. One thing I am going to do really quick is check this oil temperature. I just drove over here, about a 15-minute drive, and it's about 90 degrees out today, so I want to make sure the engine oil is not extremely hot and going to burn me. As you can see, it's still 187. That's pretty hot. It's 88 degrees out, so I'm going to give it a few minutes just to let it continue to cool down. While I'm waiting, though, I am going to pop the hood. The hood release is located right down here. Pop that guy. Turn the car off of accessory. Go back to the front. The hood release is right down here. There's a little lever down here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. My finger's on it. Push this guy. It lifts right up. Now, the nice thing about these WRXs is the oil filter is located right here, the oil fill is right here, and the dipstick is right over here. It's really easy to get in here and change the oil. The filter is extremely accessible. It's not hidden somewhere under the car, behind a wheel or anything. I'm going to go ahead and check the dipstick, though. All right, so checking the dipstick again, it's this little guy right here. Engine's pretty hot still. It is at 187, I believe, so be a little careful if your engine is warm. I can feel the heat even coming off of the dipstick. But to check it, I'm just going to pull out the dipstick, take my paper towel, wipe it down, stick the dipstick back in, let it sit for a second, pull it back out. Let's see what we're working with. All right, so it's not bad. It's really not. The oil is fairly clean still. It's not dark, it's not black, but it's not as clean as I want it to. Obviously, fresh oil is going to be a lot cleaner. Go ahead and wipe that off, though. Put this dipstick back in. I can show you guys the paper towel. That's the color of the oil. It's a little dark. It's not black, though. I'd say if it's black, you're a little overdue for an oil change. I've got about 4,000 miles on mine, and it's been 5 months since I bought it. So 5 months, that's long enough for an oil change for me. I'm going to give this thing a couple more minutes just to cool down to about 150 degrees or so. And then we can go under the car, and I will show you where the oil drain plug is located. Oh, hey, what's up, guys? I didn't see you there. Just killing some time, waiting for the WRX to cool down, ripping my trusty vape. I mean, can you even drive a WRX without having a vape? I've never seen a WRX driver not chucking fat clouds, dropping gears, and burning Honda Civics at a stoplight. Anyways, if you made it this far, I really wanted to thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more content with my WRX. I'm going to be doing a lot of content here coming up. And then also Smash that like button and drop a comment below. All right, y'all, about to climb under the WRX. Wanted to show you the location of the oil drain plug. To get up under here, you can see these two guys, these two silver bolts. This little black guy in between those two is the drain plug. Try and get a close-up on that for you. So that's the 17 mil bolt we're going to be taking off, and I'll be setting the pan right below it to catch all of that old oil. All right, guys, so I've got my oil pan set up, and apologies, earlier I did say it was a 17 mil. It's actually a 14 mil. You can see right here, here's the 17. Doesn't fit. Here's the 14. Fits perfectly. So we're going to be using the 14 mil instead of the 17 mil to take out that drain plug. All right, so now I'm actually going to take out the drain plug. Once again, guys, we're on this bolt. This black bolt's right here. The easiest way to mark it is in between this silver bolt and this silver bolt. This is your oil pan right here. All right, just broke it free. Now that it's broken free, I'm just gonna use my hand. All right, back with the paper towel now. It's gonna make it a lot quicker. Won't get oil all over myself. There we go. Now it's coming out. Okay, that oil's a little blacker than I thought it was gonna be. Gonna let that guy drain. Now I did have a little bit of spillage right here. Wiped it up with a towel right away, but I've also got a pressure washer that I'm gonna go back and hit it with, so I'm not too worried about it staining or anything. One thing that would probably be a good idea is set down an old towel of sorts, something that you don't care about, under the drain pan completely, so that way you can get the oil on the towel instead of your driveway. But oil's slowing down now. It's dripping. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes and just continue to let it drip free. Then I'm going to go up top and look at the filter and change the filter. All right, y'all, so my oil filter was a little stuck, so I got one of these like green things. They're just like these like pads for like kitchenware and stuff. It helps you like sort of get a grip. They're rubber. They're textured on the back. And with this, I was actually able to break the oil filter loose. Now it's coming out. You can take it by hands from here. And there we go. We've got the old oil filter. Set that aside. Open up this new one. Now it's always important to prime these new filters. Just take a little bit of oil and dab it around here. Let me go and grab the oil. All right, so now that I've got this off, I'm literally just gonna pour the tiniest bit around it. You can see I've got enough in there. And take this and swivel it around the outside. Make sure to get that all covered and lubed up. Looks pretty good to me. I'm going to clean up a little bit of the old oil just out from here. Boom, old oil is gone. Screw on this new filter, like so. Now it is important to tighten it enough. You don't need it super tight. You don't need to take a wrench to it or anything, but I am going to give it a couple twists with this grip just to make sure it's in there. All right, we're good to go. All right, y'all, little mistake. Looks like Import Racing Range sent me the wrong size quick drain plug, so I'm going to be reusing the old plug. I've got it right here. Just make sure that it's clean. Wipe it free of all oil. Make sure there's no dirt or debris on it. And I'm going to start by hand tightening it. Making sure not to cross thread it. That is very important. All right, got it hand tightened. Wipe away a little bit of the excess. Grab my ratchet. Make sure that guy's tight. It's not going anywhere. Don't over tighten, kind of just do a quarter to a half a turn past hand tight, because next time that this does come off, I'm definitely going to be ordering another one of the quick drain plugs, the right size this time. This is a 2021 WRX. Import Racing Range is where I got it from. It said on their websites it would fit, but it doesn't. Maybe they just sent me the wrong one. I don't know. No hate there. They had a really good deal for oil and the filter, so I can't be too upset. All right, y'all, so we've done everything. We've primed and replaced the filter. I re-put on the old drain plug. Unfortunately, wasn't able to use the new quick drain. That's fine, whatever. Took off the engine oil cap. This is what it looks like. It's literally right beside the filter. You can't miss it. So now the only thing left to do is to fill up with new oil. Got my funnel, gonna place it down in here. Grab my new oil and start filling it up. And that completes the oil change in the WRX. Last thing to do, obviously, is just screw this little guy back on. Job all done. All in all, it took me about 30 minutes, and that's with filming. So realistically, this is probably like a 15-minute job on its own. Once you get that quick drain valve, it's really going to be like a 5-minute job if even. You just got to get the car up first, move over that lever, let it drain, re-put the lever on so that it stops draining, throw in your new filter, and you're all good to go. I'll get a quick drain valve again, the right one this time, and make sure to do a review of sorts on it, or an installation for it, so you can actually see it going in. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like, drop a comment if you have anything to say, and also don't forget to subscribe. Woo!